Hello and welcome to this video where we interview Kelvin and Kay Golf Sandbox, two leaders of VFF and S16.
Hi guys, would you mind to introduce yourself to our audience?
Yeah, sure. Hi, my name is King. That's why I go by in game. I'm one of VFF's R4s, or officers, and I am one of the newer additions to the officer team. In my personal life, I work as a veterinarian assistant.
Okay, hello everybody. I'm Kelvin. I'm one of VFF R5, and in this game, I be the R5 around 1 year in different alliance. First is WIAW, and the name in Chinese is 爱与家庭, and then it's a TNT, Tang Dynasty. And this time I be the one of the R5 of VFF. I enjoy this game. In my real life, I am construction material boss. Also manage a company to sell the products and manage my employee or something. And for me, I think this game is a little bit like company management. So I think it is quite fun, and it will be a pleasure to also be a R5 in this game.
King, what do you think the similarity between Warpath and the real war?
I'd say it's really similar. As Kelvin said, it's very similar to management. So in real life, right, there's a lot of management in real militaries and in real businesses. And I find top alliances to be very similar to that. You have to manage a lot of timetables and player information.
Hi Kevin, what do you think the management of Warpath allies, which is different to the real world company management, and the similarity between the Warpath allies management and the real world company management?
I think the thing point is that we need to encourage our team members and let them be happy, and so that they will like to work for you, they will fight together, they will pay together. And I think this is very similar. And the different point is that surely in the real life you need to pay salary to them, and in this game they just using money to spend on this game and play in your alliance. This is the most different. And also I think that in real life every employee, they will take very serious in their job, and maybe just stay in company 12 hours in aspect. But in this game, I think members, they are for leisure, and also they need to take a rest, and also they would like to mainly be happily in this game.
Hi King, how do you join the VFF allies?
I followed the leaders of STA, Uber. I go anywhere that my group wants, and when the merger was being discussed, I was a part of the negotiations to get it through. I think it's good for us to go into VFF for Battlefield so we can have more rewards. But ultimately, it's a difficult move, and it's something that I think will be very good for the Alliance. But we were recruited based on kills, activity, and many other Alliance statistics.
Hi Kevin, previously you was in other allies. How could you become the management team in VFF?
Okay, mainly actually why TNT this time they merged into VFF, because actually TNT they merged into WTF with JDs of in first time 求学 go WTF, but we see that in server 16 there need two of 20 billion alliance, and it will be easier in level 4 city. We help each other, we help WTF in server 16. And I think that if our server have 220 billion alliance, it will be more attractive. We can play together, encourage each other alliance to improve easier.
Hi, King. When you bring your own team to join VFF, how is the team engagement in between the different team members? Is that all right?
Progress is going very smoothly. There were a few rough bumps along the way trying to language barrier and stuff along those lines, especially with time slots, but it's been going fairly smoothly. We have SDA has some of our original R4s in VFF now as R4s, which makes transition a lot easier. And our leader is Uber, is also one of the new R5s of VFF. I think that this will be very beneficial in the long run, especially with the changing time slots. But more importantly, I think that especially given that we are organizing ourselves into new teams and allowing our time slots to match up better with the remaining members of VFF, I think that given time, we work together, it will in a very beneficial alliance.
I saw an extremely intensive fight 2 days ago. It seems like VFF that's being activated. What's the previous situation of VFF?
VFF is always a very strong alliance in Epic, but one of the main downsides, which caused good reason for us to merge, was all the activity being at the same time. There wasn't a lot of EU and American time slots. So I think that given after this combat drills, VFF has become a lot more diverse in its time slots, which gives away a lot of our weaknesses. Another big issue was there used to be a lot of farmers in VFF, which used to be able to fly in higher level engagements. But since then, just high-level farmers don't cut it anymore, and you need mostly fighters. So a lot of the restructuring has been aimed towards that, and so far, I think it's been doing very well.
Let me speak more. When VFF they are in level 1 city, they are very active player, because at that moment Vietnam is a lockdown, and most VFF players they come from Vietnam. But after the lockdown finished and people need to return their real life, they need to work, they need to gathering with family, they need to do your own thing. And at that moment, VFF is not active as the Vietnam lockdown period. Some of their R4, R5, they do not have much time to play this game. And this is Vietnam Alliance, and the lockdown finish costing people they are not active as the previous time, and this is the main problem VFF facing before, because they are same country. Most of the players they are same country, so their active rate and also the situation will be needed.
What's the restructure progress of VFF?
Okay, so mainly about the reform in VFF, I think just divided from several parts. The first part is that we made VFF to be international, contain and attract more European, American, and also some Asian, Chinese, Vietnamese into VFF, make the multinational alliance. This is the first. And second, we just would like to make a VFF as a corporate. We would like to just have some training. We make the Excel to record down the kills, the active rate, and also we will have a meeting every week to discuss how to improve our alliance. And also we will have the truly combat drill with WTF. and record down each time's kills and different. And the third is about our encourage training, because in this game many players they are for leisure. Maybe they will don't watch some YouTube. Maybe they will log to learn themselves, and in our alliance mail we will send them each day how to play a medium tank, how to play a light stand, or when there is war, how the leaders how they can do. And also we trained our R4 how to tag to lead a war, to protect our supply line, and also make our army can beat the whale first.
Hi, King. Are you currently manage the diplomatic relationship and calculate the statistics of player?
Yes, I'm in charge of those.
How could you judge the player's performance in according to the stats? And also, have you ever used the stats and any other mode to teach your team members how to fight?
Yes, quite often actually. Me and a couple of other members keep a Google spreadsheet and statistics open based to track players' max units, max officers, how much resources they have, their time that they're online, and we sort all these things to allow us to better keep track of our players. And because we are able to do this, we are able to see which players are, whether they're having a hard time, what they need to work on, or what units they need more of. For instance, some people need more Air Force units, and that's been a real big thing lately in these high-level matches. So one big thing that we try to focus on is unit growth for specific times. If, say, a time slot, the American time slot, they have plenty of max artillery and super heavies, but very few max airplanes, then one thing we'll focus on is American players working to get max airplanes. So all of our members and time slots are balanced out in power. And we don't have a weaker time than a stronger time. In diplomacy, I'm not fully in charge. I mainly work with others as a group, as a team. And I think that's the real strength, because in order to really win these big battles, you need cooperation. You really, really need giant teams, especially in the epic battlefields.
What's your expectations to the next seasonal inter-server battlefield event?
My expectations are, a lot of it depends on our placement. But I think if everything goes how we think it will go, we will end up doing better than last time. Last time we did have VFF and WTF as a group did have issues with timing, especially, and especially with a lot more people's, as Kelvin has said, with lockdowns, a lot of people's activity has dropped, or they're not able to play as much anymore as they used to. I think that overall, as long as we go according to plans and training and everything goes how we think it will, I think we'll end up doing a lot better. I don't know if we'll win, but we'll sure try to.
In this time, I hope that VFF can be more coordinated just to our reform, because we're doing lots of database and also just teach our members how to play. Mainly, I think that the most important is that they played happily. No matter we win or we lose this time, I think they can keep the fight, and they can just have quite a nice environment to them grow up and learn how to play. And I think this is the most important. And surely if we have chance, also we would like to get town hall, but need to see that how's the arrangement in next level 4, because I heard that it is server 1 to server 19, and I think this is a new matching, and we need to see.
In your daily routine, what's your best way to command the player for fight?
Actually, sometimes we will in Discord to phone with each other to play together. But most of the time, we will just send a mail to our members and also tell them, okay, maybe UTC 15 we fight together, and they will appear at that moment. And also in Discord, in our game alliance chat to inform our players, and most of them they will follow our tag. Also in alliance chat, we will talk with each other. I think we will use a different way to coordinate the different players.
It depends on the timing and which officers are online. I've been heavily pushing trying to use Discord more and more, as I've noticed that its effectiveness in getting people's attention is far better than just typing in chat in game. It's quicker, people get pings, and they can see it still while they're in game. It also helps us record information better. I noticed this in our last San Francisco for STA, that one of our enemies, which later became an ally, was very, very prolific. Can't talk. They're very, very good at using Discord, especially in their communications. And it helped them a lot in coordination. And while we do use tags a lot, as I'm sure every alliance does, and it's very useful, if we want to send people a notification for people who are offline that say someone is attacking, it's really a lot easier to use the Discord than to say in game, because you're not going to get a notification in game about someone attacking or something, unless they're directly attacking your base. So it's far easier to just send out a notification on Discord, and it reaches a lot more people.
Thank you for accepting our interview. The Conquest 4 is about to begin. Let's continue to focus on VFF.